So hey guys, this is my weekly report for March 30th, and I'm a little bit late, but I want to tell you a little bit about myself. You know, I've been in the industry for over 30 years, and I get a lot of my information from local guides, fishing friends, and I'm always on the water as much as I can. But anyway, let's get on with this report. So basically, you know, with all this rain we're having, a lot of things have not changed. A lot of the rivers are still running high. The water is still in the bypass. McCollum and the Consumnes River are still flowing over their banks. It should slow down a little bit here in the next week or so. But the days are getting longer and the temperature is starting to warm up a little, you know, so we're still in the 40s at night, which is, you know, the fishing's been pretty decent. I've been doing a lot of bass fishing and I've been doing pretty good, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But anyway, out in the ocean, first thing I want to talk to you guys is about salmon. There will be no 2023 salmon season. So it looks like it's going to be officially closed. You know, wait till the final announcement comes out, but I'm almost positive we're not going to have a salmon season. So keep an eye out, and then, you know, as I find out things, I'll let you guys know. But it looks like no salmon. But, you know, you could still, when the weather permits, get out and catch some crab out in the ocean. The bay's been pretty good when it doesn't get real windy and it doesn't get all stirred up and get dirty, but they're catching a lot of halibut. So with the salmon season closed, I think the halibut and the rock fishing are going to get a lot of pressure this year. Pretty soon, you know, rock season is going to open up, but only in depths of 300 feet and deeper, which is the first time in like 25 years. So, but you have to go a long ways to get out to water and deeper than 300. So that's something that's going to be, you know, done this year, the first time in many years. So if you got a boat big enough to go out there or jump on a charter boat, I think it's going to be pretty interesting, because I don't think they know exactly what they're going to catch, because there's a lot of fish that live in deep water that, you know, we haven't even seen. So, you know, look out for that season coming up here pretty quick. But halibut in the bay has been doing really good. Most of the guys are trolling because, you know, it's earlier in the year, so there's no live bait available. So they're trolling tray herring or tray anchovies. And a lot of guys are putting a dodger right in the front, and trolling South Bay has been the best because it's still got their most cleanest water. So the halibut's been pretty decent. The sturgeon fishing around the Martinez on in has been really good. They're catching them everywhere. And they're also, I think most of the guys are still out there and they're actually doing really good. And roe still seems to be the #1 bait, and then eel. But a lot of guys fishing the Hood area and as far up as Knight's Landing are also putting a lot of nice fish, sturgeon lately. But the ones that, when you go up to Knight's Landing and catch, those are usually oversized. Those are the big spawners. You know, I'd say you catch more oversized than you do undersized or legal fish. So remember, don't lift them out of the water, handle them gently, and then release them. Take a photo and release them. So the sturgeon fishing has been good. I can tell you anywhere you could probably go out and catch them. The water's in perfect condition. It's kind of stained and muddy. And then a lot of the other stuff going on, they're still planting trout until the weather gets warmer. They'll probably still continue to plant them. And I think one of the best lakes around here in the Mother Lode has been Comanche. They've been planting nice sized fish in there, and there's catching fish up in that 6 to 12 pound range. So the fishing there has been really good. Amador might be a little off colored, and I haven't heard too much, but Party's also good. I heard Party's still catching a lot of fish. They're still planting a lot of them. And you know, if you want to do some early kokanee fishing, head to Bowler's Bar. I've heard they're still catching them there. But 8 to 10, once in a while, a friend of mine got one about 13 inches last week. So they are catching some decent fish. But a lot of the lakes around here for bass have been good too. Comanche, Pardee, the lakes that are big enough that they don't get dirty. Berryessa has probably been good. I've been going down Delta a lot, and it's been a challenge because the water is so muddy and it's been cold, but it's warming up now. I was finding them in 48, 49 degree water. Now I'm finding 58 degree water, but it's a lot more stained. But I'm still catching them. I've been getting some nice ones. This last week I caught a couple, in that 7 to 8 pound range. So other things happening, it hasn't changed much, it's like a broken record, like I told you guys before. It's kind of like the same thing going on, but I think the rain's going to stop. So once we get a week of this sunshine weather, the weather starts climbing in the 70s, I think everything's going to go crazy, and you could go out and catch whatever you want. It should be a banner year. So also, every Saturday, I'm on California Sportsman Show on 1140 on AM dial at 6:30. So if you guys want to listen to the current reports, because I might find out a thing or two in another day or so, I announce it on there. And I'm also in the studio, so I go in every first Saturday, so I can sit down with Kent and Seps and talk about everything that's going on. Okay, something coming up in the first time ever. They're having this thing called the Western Bass Shootout, and it's going to be held, supposedly, the weigh-in's going to be at the convention center. So downtown Sacramento, the big convention center, they have that whole thing leased out. It's like 10,000, I don't know how big it is, but it's huge. And they got all these manufacturers coming in, showing all their new products. And they're going to have the weigh-in in the convention center. So they're going to have 50 selected guys, and they're going to fish on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they weigh in at the convention center, just like the Bassmasters Classic, where they drive through and then they weigh the guys' fish and then off they go. So that's coming up on April 14th, 15th, and 16th. So they're just starting to advertise, so look out for it and show some support, because when we do these big things like that and you get a big participation from the public, then they keep wanting to come back and keep wanting to do it. So it's something that's going to be really neat. So keep an eye out for that, and then I'll be posting every week, when I hear more about it. But other than that, all I could say is that I think, with the weather starting to rain, starting to dissipate a little bit, we should have plenty of water as long as our government manages it, with all these lakes being full and the snowpack we have. So we should have a banner year for fishing. And it's been a tough grind till now, but I think it's going to bust wide open here in the next couple of weeks. So please hit the like, and then if you hit that subscribe button, it'll help my channel a lot. And also, if you want, you can leave me a comment, and then I'll get back to you within a couple of days. And pretty soon, I'm going to be having garments like Alanfongoutdoors hats, t-shirts, and sweatshirts. And I'll be having probably a YouTube channel market where I'll be selling them. So also look for that in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.